I haven't posted anything in a while, but I've been busy. So really, I haven't just been lazy. I've actually been really busy, and it's been amazing. I've been working with 2 political candidates, and it's been honestly just a great experience. We ended up doing a commercial shoot. So that's kind of what this is. We're going to go through the shoot, how it went, break it down, and really the things I took out of it that I'm going to use to kind of evolve myself, and hopefully that you guys can use to better your productions. Learning from each other's mistakes, I think, is a great way to go about improving ourselves, and I think that's the beauty of YouTube, is we can share this stuff together. So, hey, you pick up anything in this, go ahead and leave a comment, man. Leave a comment what you learned, something you did too, whatever it is. Let's talk about it. If you like the video, just give it a thumbs up, and if you want, go ahead and subscribe to the channel. Hit the little bell on this side, I think it is. I don't know, and that way you can get notifications when I do new videos. I got a lot of reviews coming up because right now while I'm filming this, it's Prime Day and I'm buying a lot of stuff. It's exciting. So let's talk this commercial shoot. What I want to do is break down kind of my mistakes along the way, as well as kind of telling you this story, and break it down. I'm going to break down the 3 different sections. That's audio, lighting, and prep. So we're going to start obviously with prep. We had a meeting and we talked a lot of stuff out. We had some scripts going into it, and that kind of got delayed, and we got pushed back with weather because we're doing some outside filming as well, and we got pushed back by weather a couple weeks, and that kind of it broke down the communication, unfortunately, and I definitely played a huge role in that. I felt like I didn't stay up. I feel like with clients, you're on this balancing act. You don't want to bug them, but at the same time, you don't want to let things fall off and communication break down and affect the result of whatever you're doing for them. So in the meetings, we talked script, we talked locations, we talked just general camera setups and trying to help her feel a little more comfortable. And we kind of got the general plan together. I wish if we kind of had a do-over, and for next time certainly, have a more concrete plan. We had a script, and I was glad we had that, and that helped a lot. And one thing from the beginning I wish I would have done is scout more. And this is going to go into the rest of the kind of the 2 points I want to talk about of lighting and audio. Scouting more to understand the lighting. I should have gone down there a few days before in similar lighting that the weather was calling for, and should have kind of figured out the lighting ahead of time. Took some test shots just to make sure, and really had a better idea and just prepared myself more, and with the audio as well. But so we went downtown anyways, and we went to in front of the hall there where all the county employees are. Called Winchester Hall here, and it was a great location to shoot, and we got some pretty awesome shots out of that. We decided not to shoot sound. She was just speaking, and then we were able to match the sound from when we recorded the script in her house. We were able to match that sound just fine to that video using DaVinci Resolve. I actually love DaVinci Resolve. I know people are on Adobe Premiere. I love Resolve. I'm all about it right now. It's so easy to work with, and I was able to cut the sound just right to kind of, it wasn't timed exactly right, but I was able to get a great match to her speaking there in front of Winchester Hall without audio. And so that was pretty awesome. And then we moved on to the creek, and there's just this beautiful creek downtown, and it's a great area. And we got a couple shots there, and then we got just off the cuff, hey, what if we go down to the fire hall? And we went down in front of the fire truck. She was just kind of talking to them. Show the clip here, and we were just able to get some really cool shots. And so then after that, we kind of headed back to her house, and we wanted to set up really a nice setup. I'll show a picture. I love this picture. And so what we ended up doing was recording the scripts there, and this is where we set up audio and everything. And I used the little Sony audio recorder. which I have a video to. I'll link to that up here. Good grief. So we roll up there, and I had that audio recorder, and that thing worked great. I had the mic, Takstar mic. Again, that video, boom, there. So we went in and we set everything up, set my lights up. I have some like cheaper lights. I'm upgrading my lights now, but they did a pretty good job. Like I said, the room was tough on light, and we should have scouted better, maybe made a different room selection. And I filmed that with the Blackmagic Pocket Cinema camera, and so with RAW, I was able to really bring down the highlights from the window pretty well in Resolve. But it really turned out excellent. And so we had the audio set up, and this is the biggest thing I learned, the absolute biggest thing, the biggest takeaway from this. Doing video production, right? We always nerd out over the video, but we forget the audio sometimes. And I'm glad, I mean, I went and I got a lapel, I got the Sony recorder, some cords and stuff like that, and the mic, or shotgun mic. And so I put a little emphasis on it, but boy, I need to put more. I mean, if you think about it, I've put $150, $200 into my audio, and I have, what, $400 or $500 in the GX85 with a couple of kit lenses. The Blackmagic Pocket Cinema camera is a $1,000 camera. Some old vintage lens. I actually used this Canon FD mount, 50mm lens to record as the A camera, which was my pocket cinema camera. And you know, I have a lot of money into the video and not a lot into the audio. And boy, did I almost regret that. Because we had a lot of audio issues when I got to post, and the majority of the audio tracks were trash. There was really only one or two good ones that I could actually use, and I feel like I got really lucky almost. So I wish I would have had more audio, and that's like my biggest thing right now, out of the money I've gotten from this and other projects, and just trying to step that up, because I almost blew the entire shoot because of audio. And I think that's a big thing we get fixated on. Like I said, we get fixated on that the video, because that's I think what a lot of video production people, filmmakers, we really love is the video, and we forget about the audio, but it's half the equation, man. One takeaway from this is don't forget audio. We spend thousands of dollars on video, and sometimes just a few $100s on audio, and we really need to focus on that audio, because it can completely ruin a shoot. But moving on to lighting, we set up the lighting. I think that's the lighting I learned a lot too. I feel like I learned I need to be serious about this other stuff, and not just the video capturing, but you know, part of the video is the lighting, and definitely needed some more lights to be able to control that light better, and definitely being able to control the environment around you. But really, at the end of it, everything turned out great. So I'm really am proud of the work that I did. But one of the things is really focusing on these things that sometimes go overlooked: the lighting and the audio, and the prep work. Stuff no one wants to talk about, no one wants to do. It's boring. But it's wildly important. And so a lot of the audio, it's getting the better equipment and having the redundancies. A lot of the lighting, again, is better equipment that I needed, and just thinking about it and really spending some time on YouTube. Even things like Skillshare and stuff like that. There's some stuff, courses about audio and lighting that we can look at and just learn too, the theory behind it all, which I've definitely done since this commercial, and to just continue to build my knowledge base here, and improve myself. So 3 huge takeaways: audio, lighting, and prep. We did it, like I said, a 2-minute, 15-second commercial for Facebook initially. Then we decided to try to do a shorter edit. And then what ended up happening was, what I was told from the client is Comcast's representative in the area saw the ad online. We got like 15,000 views or so, I think, for just a local political spot, like just on Facebook alone was pretty amazing. And of course, what we ran on YouTube, advertisements. I mean, it turned out to be quite a thing. And I'm still talking to people who have seen this ad, and I get to say, hey, yeah, I shot that. But anyway, so this Comcast guy, he saw this, and you know, he's a salesman, so he wants to sell the airtime. I get that, but take a compliment when you can get one. And he sees the ad, and he really wants to put it on TV. And so you talk to her. I think she got some pretty good rates. And we ended up cutting a 30-second cut for that. And it was really interesting learning kind of Comcast because they have some very specific export settings you need. And it was really kind of cool going through that process. But that was a really neat experience to have a commercial and then have that run on TV. And I'm a huge NASCAR fan, and it was the coolest thing. The commercial ran on Fox Sports 1 during the NASCAR race. It blew my mind. But it was a really great confidence builder, and I really hope all you guys one day can have that opportunity. And I always heard audio. Hey, don't forget audio. Don't forget audio. So all right, I went and bought some audio recorders, and let's do some good audio. But boy, learning it's not enough. Don't do the minimum. What you think is the minimum you need for audio, you're wrong. You need so much more. Audio is super, super important. So if you like this video, please, boom, give it a thumbs up. Right down below if you like any questions, comments, whatever. Yeah, right there, boom, comments, duh. And hey, if you really like what content from this and you want to give us a follow or a subscribe, go ahead and subscribe, hit the bell notification wherever that may be, and do it all up. YouTube, hooray. And hey, we'll see you soon.